Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 5? No, 4 of the Raikou recap. I literally can just check right now. Schedule. It is week 5 of the Raikou recap. We already had a game played, which is crazy. Going into it. Let's just hop right in. I'm fucking intro. J-Mines versus Gotham. Let's get in. Terra types are Terra Fairy on Reverum and Terra Poison on Porygon. Win cons, I mean, these are just, win cons in this game are pretty standard. You need to make sure, I would want to focus on keeping Terrapagos's Terra Shell if I'm J-Mines, and if I'm Gotham, I would love to break it. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing in this game. I think this Terrapagos's Terra Shell is super important, and I do not like that I'm seeing it out already, but the main reason that I want it gone is this Pokemon here. Yeah, the 3 Aqua Steps is tough. I mean, we're at a pretty good position. Are you not faster at +1? I feel like I would have just... Not getting that Aqua Jet is crazy, but you probably should have just Aqua Step there anyway. Chien-Pao comes in. This is going to do so much. Holy shit. 51 is crazy. And then it's going to do nothing to this guy. Terrapagos is going to come back in. Steam Eruption. This is... I'm fine with using it now. Burn is unfortunate. Okay, we Lum. Okay. Are we, like, Rest Lum? If you're Rest, never be Lum. Be Chesto. I mean, we'll never find out, I guess. But if we are, if this is Rest Lum, it's just bad play. High horsepower, yeah, you can't risk the burn. Porygon 2 is what comes in. A little surprising. It is analytic though, which is cool instead of download. I like analytic. I like the more consistent nature of analytic. Holy fuck, that did so much damage. Sneezer's gonna come in. Oh, you cannot do that. Yeah. That's too obvious. That is just too obvious. The Terra is too obvious there. You gotta be keeping track of what Terra is. Reverum comes in, though. We could be able to shift gear here. No, you gotta try the shift gear. You should still get it, though. Yeah, and then you don't shift gear again, because Ice Shard. Oh, yeah, just good prep. That's just good. That'll close it out. Damn, that almost killed. No, I think if you shift gear the first turn, though, you're actually completely fine. If you shift gear the first turn, you still get Moonblasted. If you shift gear on the Porygon, you still get Moonblasted, but you're like fine. And I don't think Chien-Pao Ice Shard kills you. You might win the game. Well, Registeel probably doesn't die, so who knows? There's actually no way Registeel dies if we're Balloon and not Life Orb. Up next, we have slow but bulky, or Zipzap versus Nuclear Hen. We are Terra Ghost on Paldea Fire, which I don't really understand. I don't know what I guess to beat Terra Normal Extreme Speed, I guess is our issue. And we're Terra Normal. I mean, we are Terra Normal on Arcanine, so I guess it makes sense. Bane comes in, knock off, gets rid of the Clear Amulet. Okay, yeah, so this is very clearly designed for Arcanine. Oh, and I guess for this as well. Yeah, this makes sense. Yawn is kind of sweet, man. Pheasantipity comes in. Good Pheasantipity play. Good Pheasantipity swap in. Okay, we don't U-turn. Oh, Poltergeist. Curse. Okay. Leaf Storm. That's a crit. That does nothing. I'm Morning Sun here every time. My issue here is, why doesn't he Terra Normal? I would have just Terra Normaled and kept cursing. Or I would Terra Normal again here. I don't think there's any reason to not Terra Normal and curse. I guess Paldea, or Tauros Paldea? But to me, I feel like you're in a winning position if you just keep cursing and Morning Sunning properly. U-turn, I'm gonna assume. Maybe Hurricane? No, we U-turn. We can't risk the Hurricane. Hurricane is terrible. Dawnfan comes in. Stone Edge. Okay. Focus Blast kills, yeah. Should be able to triple axle to clean it up. Okay, we go to this. Makes sense. Oh, spikes. That's crazy. I like that read. That's a good read. I don't know why he didn't go just the Slowbro there, but that's fine. Okay, misses a Hurricane. Classic Zip Zap. Oh, there is... Holy shit, that bug is huge. I finally found it. Okay. Well, we'll deal with that later. Damn, that lived? That bug is pretty huge. We'll ignore it. Gorilla Grog comes in. Fake outs. I just don't like clicking fake out into... I mean, we're fake out last resort, so we have to. This moveset to me is kind of cringe. Going to Fez. I assume he just goes straight back into Slowbro. No? Okay, that works. I would go into Slowbro here. I guess this is fine. Roost. Wait, does he Moonblast here instead of Roost? If he Moonblast here, this is a troll. You should just Roost here. Because now this guy is pretty fucking useless. I would still go into Slowbro and just for the fake out. Damage. Red Hood comes in. Do I have anything to kill this with? Nope, not anything nearby besides a fucking bell that'll wake up all the neighbors and probably dent the wall. So, I'm good. Terra Normal, nice. We, Morning Sun. To me, I'm confused as to why we aren't just fucking cursing in front of this thing. It's gonna Leaf Storm you, and then you just Morning Sun, and then you should just win, right? Like, am I insane? If we just Morning Sun here, we're so fine. You can always... Oh, fuck. That thing got really close. Damn, this bitch is curious. I would have just cursed in front of this. I don't think there's anything he can do if you curse in front of it. Fake out does nothing. I'm assuming we extreme speed here. You gotta just Morning Sun or curse. Like, Morning Sun in front of this thing, please. What? I don't know where it went. Its bug is getting... Yeah, not Morning Sunning there is super... The game is so over if he Morning Suns. He has so many of them left, too. And now it's just dead to rocks. Yeah. And then this is Scarfed, right? So it just kills. Yeah. Yeah, or no, we're just faster. It's not Scarfed. Yeah, if we just Morning Sun there, I'm like 90% we just win. Unfortunate, though. Very, very, very misplayed from Zip Zap. But shit happens. Zip Zap does this every season where I'm like, man, this guy is an Entei player in Raikou. And then he goes up and he plays a game and he like fucks it up somehow. Just turns his brain off. But well played from Nuclear Hand, took advantage of him. I don't like the fake out last resort on Amapom. It's like cool. But Yeah, I mean, if it's just Slowbro is just able to abuse it so hard off of the fact that the Fake Out has to just, he deals more damage to himself. But yeah, I think Zip Zap had multiple opportunities to just start cursing with Arcanine and win the game. He doesn't take them, and unfortunately loses because of it. Up next, iCharlie versus Bastion YG. Oh my god, I don't want to watch this game. I've seen it multiple times. I've talked to Charlie about this already. Gone pretty in depth on this game, but we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead. It is Bastion's game as well, but the problem is it's Bastion's game as well. But I'm frustrated because iCharlie has multiple points at where iCharlie won. Our Terra types were Terra Water, Araquanid, and Terra Fairy, Avalugg. Dasani comes in. Yeah, this shit did absolute Life Orb. Oh, we're Life Orb? That's cool. Empoleon comes in. Liquidation. Gets the defense drop. Unfortunate defense drop. Legitimately. Azumarill comes in. Flash Cannon. Does a shit ton. The knockoff's gonna hurt. Get rid of the Rocky Helmet. We go into Slowking Galar. And then should be able to Chili pretty safely into something else. Going to Arcanine Hisui. Flare Blitz is generally free here. And then Raquanet comes in. He takes the Earthquake, but not very well. And he'll pick up the kill. Good pivoting from Bastion YG to get off an early lead. The defense drop definitely helped. Or the competitive drop definitely helped. Table comes in. This Reuniclus is... I don't remember. Was it Magic Guard or Regenerator? Fat Man comes back in. Gonna knock again. Arcanine Hisui just comes back in raw off the roost. Nice prediction. But then we make another prediction. We then Chili. We go into... This is Zoroark. You can tell because of the bug, but yeah. It is Zoroark. We do pick up the kill there. Soaking Galar comes back in. Oh, we just always Chili. Chili is always nice. Or no, we don't Chili this time. That's okay. Table comes in. He Terras, Volt Switch. Volt Switch out is nice. Also, from what I'm kind of just commentating over the game, but this Cyclizar being dead means that Zoroark Hisui has no swap-ins, by the way. This thing is, I mean, it's modest specs. For some reason, it was slower than Landorus. I don't know why we weren't just timid specs, but even if it's timid specs, there's nothing that doesn't get 2-hit KO'd by it, and so there's nothing that can swap in. Like, Tornadus is taking 90 or some random ass high number from it, and so the only faster Pokemon can't swap into it. So, like, Charlie's game plan should be getting in that Pokemon as much as possible. Like, right now would have been another opportunity to get Zoroark in. We just keep knocking off, though. Slowking comes in. Flash Cannon. Like, we just Chili, and since Zoroark is still healthy enough, we should just Zoroark and Shadow Ball. I don't believe a Surf kills yet. You should just Shadow Ball. Soaking Galar comes back in on the Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot and Tornadus. Comes in. Ice Beam. Gets the Freeze. Quite nasty. Electivire comes in. Doesn't do too much. The table's going to come in, and it's unfortunately going to falter, I believe. Yeah. Would have much rather to see it be a leftovers this game if you're not going to beat Boots. Azumarill, or not Azumarill. The fucking Zoroark comes in. Empoleon comes in. We go Slowking Galar. This is going to be one of the chances. There's already been the chance that Charlie should have already won the game on turn 19 when the Cyclizar was out, because we no longer have Shadow Ball swap-ins. This is the second chance. If you click Shadow Ball right here, if you click Shadow Ball there, you definitely win the game. You also, if you go Arcanine, Hisui, and just Flare Blitz, you win the game. Because, well, We'll break it down after the game. We'll break it down after the game. But turn 33, I think, is the turn I need to pay attention to. Azumarill comes in. Yeah, but it's just too little too late. Knockoff. Also, if we literally just go Zoroark Hisui there, it would have been completely fine. Because that shit hurts the fuck out of this guy. 58, like, yeah. Illusion ends. This thing comes in. I think it gets a crit here. Yeah. Does get a crit, saving Charlie. Algojet, nice little Chipperson. Landorus Therian comes in, and this just cleans up. Yeah, the extreme speed has to crit. Which even if it crits, Empoleon, he has 5 roosts left, and a close combat doesn't even kill Empoleon. So, let's go back. Turn 33. So here's what she should have done in this position. If you go into Arcanine Hisui, there is a multitude of plays that wins you the game. Close combat is fine. I would Flare Blitz, because I'm pretty sure when I calced, Electivire doesn't take 2 Flare Blitzes, and it is faster, but it just doesn't matter. It's pretty unimportant because we have the Azumarill sack. But if Empoleon stays in, you've immediately won the game. Because Zoroark can just Shadow Ball the rest of this team. Or you go into Zoroark and do the opposite, which is click. Well, no, that doesn't really work. It kind of works, kind of doesn't. Yeah, but either way, if we just needed to... Charlie just needed to get in Zoroark a lot more, and we had so many free opportunities to get Zoroark in to click Shadow Ball, and we just never did. Because after turn 19, every time we clicked Shadow Ball was likely leading to a kill. And we had like 6 or 7 chances to get it in, and we never did. So this game is just a complete toss by Charlie, in my opinion. Bastion played pretty well, capitalizing on it. A lot of the pivoting was really, really nice by him. Bastion YG recognized that he was in a play pattern that wins him the game and continued to play through that play pattern. Which is just how you do things if you want to win. Like, that's how you play. If you recognize you're in a pattern that is beneficial for you and detrimental to your opponent and doesn't impact their final win con, then keep playing in that play pattern. Keep going through that, because it is just going to be so good for you to keep doing that. Let's move on, though. Up next is Spooky Mars versus Bops. This game's pretty quick from what I remember. Oh, we did just watch this on the on the stream. Gliscor gets involved. Protects. Just gets the knockoff. Choice Band. I think this Pokemon is insane for taking only 53 from this. This Pokemon's got mad fucking attack. Yeah, just insane. Geysiglide is nice. I like getting the extra chip. Vileplume comes in. Kazam is live. What are we? Psychic Noise? Yeah, I think we're Psychic Noise. We Psychic Noise this turn, yeah. Rillaboom comes back in, gets up the terrain. Knock. Damn, that knock hurts. U-turn if you're crazy, but we don't. Yeah, that just does nothing. I would have loved... This Vileplume should have definitely been Rocky Helmet. Vileplume with a Rocky Helmet is so much more scary than Vileplume with the leftovers. Like, I would like to see Spooky use the standard Vileplume set with Strength Sap and Leech Seed a lot more. I mean, he uses Strength Sap, but, like, I would like to see Leech Seed and, Also, I gotta say, this Toxic Spike is so pointless. This Toxic Spike, it can literally only affect Tyranitar, seriously. Blissey is obviously heavy-duty boots anyways, but even if it's not, it's got Natural Cure. Golden Go is immune. Vileplume gets rid of it. Excadrill's immune. Gliscor's immune, and even if it wasn't... yeah, we knock off the Eviolite. Nice little play there. Excadrill's gonna come in. Oh, it's Balloon as well. So we do lose our Balloon for basically free. We're Sandrush, but he is Terra fighting. I wonder if we were just like banded, if that like still just kills. I'm gonna see this guy come in. Gligar's gonna come in on the Shadow Ball. Oh, the Trick. I hated this set. This set was so dog shit. The Trick Toxic Orb. If he just clicks Shadow Ball, he's in a much better spot for the whole game. Shadow Ball there would have been way better. That bug's been hella annoying to me. Also, this grassy terrain can't get set up anymore if this is happening. If we have Rocky Helmet, it's just so over. We go Tyranitar here again. I think he... Does he Aura Sphere this time, or does he just U-turn? No, he goes Blissey. Wish. You gotta get up your rocks here. Oh, no, Seismic Toss... Seismic Toss is worth. No, he made the right play. He didn't just go into the free Keldeo. For Bobs, if I'm Bobster, I just go into the free Keldeo. I don't get greedy. Holy fuck, that thing keeps getting close to my face. I just, like, I would be so fine with it if it just fucking, like, chilled on the wall. But it, like, keeps, like, flying, like, fucking right off camera, right here. Right in front of my face. And it just did it again. I think it was on camera there. It's just like a giant leaf bug. And it's, like, freaking out for some reason. I probably should just pause the recording and went and killed it. Yeah, now we're in a position where Keldeo is just kind of winning the game, because being Blissey is, you know, this like, you know, we're probably Expert Belt, I think. I don't know. Yeah, Blissey just I mean, if we're Vileplume, we probably should have been going Vileplume. Vileplume this whole time is just the answer. But if we're like Leech Seed on Vileplume, we can actually make some progress on this Jirachi a little bit. Rapid Spin. I like the Rapid Spin play here. Get your speed up. Try and make something happen. You need a crit, but it just doesn't happen. And he should clean up here. Also, Bobs definitely should have been like Air Slash here for this Vileplume. But since Bobs wasn't Air Slash or Icy Wind or any way to really deal with it, this thing does end up just dealing with it. I would definitely, I want Spooky Mars to use the Leech Seed stuff more. It is so good. Be Leech Seed, fucking be Rocky Helmet, and you're gonna see more success with this Vileplume, in my opinion. Watch this. Does he almost get the triple? Yeah, Spooky is just making some weird misplays in every point in the game that's costing him the game. He could have won, like in this game last week, it was just on turn 1. In his game this week, it was later, but yeah. Up next, we have Final Crew versus Jason Gallade. Terrace, we got is Hitmonlee not a Terra type? Is he just Terra fighting? Terra Poison, fucking, I love Arboliva as a Terra Captain. I think that Terra Captain's so good. Nice. This is a good ass, ooh, and then we taunt, right? Yeah, I remember this game. God, what a way to steer that initial part. Heatran will then go and take nothing from this, but kind of beast. Damn, that's crazy. Is this banded? That did a lot. I would have just Drain Punch, but good for him. What is that for? Oh, he's just setting up for Hitmonlee. Dark Pulse. Nah, I'm not a fan of that. I mean, I guess it makes sense into specifically in DD, but I'm not a big fan of that. I'll be honest. Zapdos gonna come in. Little bit troll there, I'm not gonna lie to you. You definitely just have to kill this. It's not gonna swap out. It's got its Unburden, it's got its +2, it's not gonna swap out. And then going into Primarina also right after his troll instead of going to Claude. Yeah. Cloudsire's Expert Belt? What? I didn't even notice this on my first watch. Does this just... This doesn't kill Arboliva, right? Why have we not gone Arboliva and Terrad? It's so weird. We could have... This game could have gone way longer. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. The final crew just played this really poorly. Zapdos Galar was sacrificed for free. We could have just Brave Birded and been completely fine, and then we lose like 4 more Pokemon. Yeah, we lose after that. We lose Claude. We lose Primarina for literally no reason. We lose Heatran as well. Right? Did we lose 5 Pokemon? Yeah, and Dragapult. Yeah, we lost 5 Pokemon to this guy, and there was just no reason to do it at all. I'm pretty sure at this point Terra Arboliva is the best play, and you can just come in Strength Sap. Or you can Giga Drain or whatever. Yeah. There's not much else to say. This is just severely missteered by Final Crew. Oh, that doesn't show up. That's nice. Coconut versus Dargonmayor up next. Who are Terras? We got Steel on our good friend Cryogonal. And Flying on Bravery Hisui. Okay. Surely there's something better than that, but I don't know. Maybe not. Cryogonal's going to come in. Light Screen. Reflect. Iron Head. This was a super... Oh, this didn't happen this turn. Never mind. Going to Cinderace. I don't hate this play. It's just really awkward. Because, like, he gets the Rapid Spin for free and then gets the kill as well. And, like, now Cinderace is just gone. Latios does get to come in for pretty free. Yeah, you cannot make the play there. You just have to... You have to wait and bide your time for the Grimmsnarl to be gone. I think he dies this turn. I think he tries to Parting Shot or something. No, he just gets off a Light Screen. Latios comes back in. Nice. It should die, right? No? It doesn't die? Wow. That's really unfortunate. That Latios... As soon as Latios got good, it died. Ursulina, this thing does nothing. No way. Oh, it's just Calm Mind, isn't it? You gotta swap this turn, in my opinion. You gotta go to, like, Manaphy or some shit this turn. Or Iron Crown this turn. You cannot just let it Calm Mind on you after this. Like, now you're just, like, fishing for a freeze. It's obviously gonna be Moonlighter. It's gonna have Moonlighter Rest or some shit. Like, it's obviously a Calm Mind set. There is... Does it not have Vacuum Wave? Okay, we Sucker Punch. Well, man, surely that doesn't kill, right? Damn, it killed. Holy shit. And then, what, Manaphy? Oh, yeah, we just... I feel like Manaphy would just do more. Like, does Manaphy not kill? That's so crazy to me if Manaphy doesn't kill. And then he just gets Sleep Talk Blood Moon. Yeah. It just does nothing. There's not much to say. Coconut misplayed this endgame too. We're just seeing a lot of endgames be misplayed. We're not really endgames. A lot of the plays Coconut made this game were pretty misplay. Oh yeah, if we had fucking Psy Noise. Okay, we get a crit, and then this thing just comes in and kills. Yeah. This thing always kills. Good shit from Dargonmayor. Coconut, you just gotta play. There's not much else to say. We're just making decisions that don't really make a ton of sense. Latios needs to, like, Grimmsnarl is, like, super free into Latios. It's immune to both of its stabs. You need to try, like, every single time you go Latios, he will go Grimstyle, flip turn, or have Aura Sphere to kill it, or, you know, and then just when this guy starts Calm Minding up, you cannot just sit here. You just can't. You need to go Mana Feed that turn while you're still living. You need to go King Gambit before he can just insta-kill you. King Gambit is probably like an immediate swap. Probably doesn't lose the game there. I don't think a Blood Moon kills off one. Yeah, I think the Cinderace is pretty wasted as well. Maybe not. I don't know. Getting the screens is nice, but if your plan is to court change the screens, don't do it. Here. Don't do it. Don't click Ironhead here. Go into Cinderace. Go into Cinderace so when he swaps out, you get the screens already. And then you can swap into, like, Latios. Like, you just have to do this early. If this play is done a turn earlier, it's actually a good one. I would have just gone Latios on this anyway, calling the close combat, but that's just a difference in... I'm not gonna... That's just a difference of opinion in how that should be played. And then you just can't... You can't click the Luster. You just can't. You know he's gonna go Grim. King Gambit's gonna come back in. Yeah, you just iron it. Yeah. We've already watched it. It's just my thing. You gotta do the court change play earlier. You gotta swap it in when he's getting the screens, not after he's got them. So he doesn't get a free turn to do what he wants. And then you should be fast enough to U-turn out on it. And then have screens. Overall, yeah. It's fine. Dark Matter played well. We didn't even get to see the Hisui or Iron Bundle do anything. Is it? Shady. Like Shady Penguin? The pedophile? I hope not. I hope it's not after Shady Penguin. That is... Ooh. Most people probably don't know about that, to be honest, though. He just kind of stopped uploading one day, and there was not a very public video on it. Never Saw versus Korza. Hold on, let's wait up. Terra Captains. Terra Grass on our friend here, Colossal. And what's our Terra? Terra Fairy and Terra Fire. Okay, I like these. I've been warming up to Braviary, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I picked up this Shaman because of how well I've been seeing it do. Mostly in this division, but in some others. But this division has been the main driver on why I changed to have Terra Shaman. I thought it would be fun. Braviary comes in. I'm assuming it's mostly just for defog, so we're just going to U-turn here. And we're Rocky Helmet. Nice to confirm that on a Pokemon that can very easy heal. I gotta say, in a situation like that, just go Palafin and just get into Raging Bolt. And then you can play the game from there. Like, get your Palafin activated. If you're a Palafin team, also, fucking tech. I was in a call with multiple people watching this game, and my mic was muted. It was fucked. And, everyone else was like, why are we Gravity Landorus? And I was fucking hyping it up and talking shit. And, Never Saw, she's got the tech, alright? And nobody else believed. But I did. I knew exactly what was going on there. The Focus Blast and the Earth Power on Corviknight. Yes, sir. Earth Power to feed a family. Oh, okay. This is also fine. Getting your Palafin active is fine. Yeah, it actually wasn't that good of a play, huh? Raging Bolt, my god. You just Volt Switch here? No, Draco's fine. That's fine. Terragrass comes in. We Volt anyway. Braviary? Yeah, makes a lot of sense. We're just gonna Roost here, probably. Nope. I was wrong. I Roost there. Because you're faster, and if he clicks a rock move, you'll be fine, and then you can get out with a U-turn. Because this Braviary isn't really damage dealer. It's a utility mon. Okay, we're Terra Fairy on this Shaman. I'm assuming we're tearing now, yeah. Oh, its Scarf was knocked off. Okay. I guess you need it for Sucker. I don't know. Maybe I don't Terra there. How much did... Because this was a Wicked Blow, right? Yeah, I don't even Terra here. I just D-Gleam. I don't think you need the damage, and you don't need to Terra. This thing doesn't necessarily need to not be grass anymore. Although I don't necessarily think that Braviary Terra is worthwhile. I just think you don't need to yet. I think you can save the Terra. Coconut goes down. Nice. Raging Bolt picking up one. Ogerpon Hearthflame comes in. SD, we're going to Volt out on it. Deoxys Speed. Okay, this is where a dumb play happens. Why are we Thunder Waving? We have Psycho Boost, and you'll see especially why. The Hornleech comes in, we're sashed. If we just click Psycho Boost, or if we click... Yeah, if we click Psycho Boost twice, there's no way it lives, right? Like, maybe Hornleech does enough. I don't know. Maybe it does, but I feel like if we just... yeah, I feel like if we just Psycho Boost on the turn, we're in a much better position. I mean, it's fine. We just, oh, nice Zen Headbutt. That's a good play. That's just a good play. We're just a Banded Zen. And then, yeah, Raging Bolt. Yeah, we're just seeing a player play really well right now. Thunderbolt comes in, and because we can Draco pretty much every time here. No, because we can Volt Switch. Shaman comes in. Nice. It is nice that we have the Shaman swap in here now. And then we go right back into Bolt. We're just gonna Draco. Because why not? Ogerpon comes in. We could probably just Volt. No, we just Draco again. Yeah, that'll kill. And then you just Volt, and a guy like me goes Landorus and gets the gravity up. Palafin is also fine, I guess. A guy like me goes Landorus! Get the gravity up! Yeah, this is fine. You can just Volt Switch every time. And be completely fine. Or Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt also probably kills. Thunderbolt's probably also a guaranteed win. Okay, you could have just Thunderbolted there. We're just farming a kill for Palafin here. Like, that's what we're doing. And we're almost throwing by doing it. A guy like me still goes Landorus. Do we have to sack here? Or, no, at Iron Defense. Okay. We almost had to... When you're in this position, just fucking go for it. Just click the body press. Try and get a differential. There's nothing else to do. You're never going to win. You maybe get one differential. That's just my opinion. Now, granted, you could go for the 1 in a million play where they just fall asleep at the wheel and let you win somehow, but... I mean, I wouldn't try banking on those. We got a Bops TM. I almost accidentally said out loud what his prep was for this upcoming week. Up next, we got the last game. Oh, this is a very short recap. Only 40 minutes so far. G-Walker versus X-Ninja. This game, in my opinion, is pretty boring, but we'll watch it. Just because we gotta. I like getting up the T-Spike. The T-Spike is nice. Victory Bell comes in. Thunder Punch. Rah. We're getting up rocks here, too. I assume. No, we're getting up a Future Sight. I think if we got up rocks, we'd be in a better position. G-Walker not being stamina here is crazy. What are we? Inner Focus. Bronzong is going to come in. We Pain Split. What do we do here? I would just get up rocks if we have them. We don't. We clearly don't have rocks. Rocks would have been very good this game, though. Like, just straight up, rocks would be so useful. Yep, nice. Get a stamina boost. We gonna body press. Alright, nice. That flash cannon is crazy. Yep, we're gonna get a little healing up. Yeah, I don't really see the... I guess we're predicting a swap in, but even if it swaps in, you're faster. So there's no reason to not just click body press. Bronzong's gonna come in, get burned. Doesn't really matter. Defog up. Okay, now we have rocks. We should have had rocks so many times. Rocks would have been so useful. And then we get up our Future Sight for free. Oh, no, we Heavy Slam. Okay, just get up the Future Sight. Your Heavy Slam isn't going to do shit anymore now that you're burned. Our Mudsdales just should be stamina, man. Him on top's going to come in. Yeah, you got to be knowing this, man. It's always Defiant. Sorry, Bug's still around. You got to be knowing this. You cannot be getting caught with this Terra shenanigans. Mudsdale comes back in. Ogrepawn's going to take its place. CC. It's fucking banded, which is crazy. I didn't even know this shit got CC. Yeah, it just dies to Ivy Cudgel. Annihilape comes in. And this is where I get so mad. No, it's not this. Never mind. It's not this. Anger Issues is me. That's me. You'll see why in a second. But Pain Split, get a little health away. Iron Hand's gonna come in on the Flash Cannon. You gotta go Ape here. Oh no. I think you just have to go Ape because it's obviously Drain Punching. But I mean, I guess this is fine. Here's where I'm gonna get pissed off. Because this shit is fucking Shadow Claw. I have looked at this scenario a million times. This is Scarfed, by the way. I've done as many endgame situations as I possibly can. We're max HP, we're max speed. If we are Rage Fist, we win the game. Every time. There's no way we don't win the game. We can go in on Bronzong on Kyurem. You know, and tank a hit, and then set ourselves up to just dominate. We also live a Kyurem Draco. So it just depends on what you want to do. Because, like, you could go Bronzong and then immediately go back to Annihilape. And just fucking run it. Like, you could double there and win. Like, there's so many endgame scenarios in which case you win. And if this is, yeah, I don't know. Because, like, if it's just Rage Fist, he literally wins this game. Future Sight comes out. Calm Mind. Okay, fellas. Also, do not kill him on this turn. Just a quick lesson. What's going to happen here? Your sub's going to break. What you should have done is Calm Mind again. And then, because if he stays in, you can sub again and get your sub up and then Shadow Ball. And then, like, the win is ultra guaranteed. So once again, if this still has Rage Fist, the game is still very much winnable with just a single outplay. But no, we're Shadow Claw. And then we Shadow Claw again, and he just Pain Splits. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say. I'm gonna let the game play. Yeah, I mean, just Rage Fist wins this game every time, and we unfortunately just don't do it. Does Surf even kill this thing? Surf probably kills, but we're Protein. We're not. Oh, it's Waterfall. Oh yeah, it's physical. We're not the other set. And a freeze just to cap it off with the end. Yeah, G-Walker could have very, very easily won this game, and it's a 6-0. Which is a little crazy, but that's just the power of Annihilape. Annihilape is tough. Yeah, there's just so many points in this game where Annihilape just wins if it is the correct move, but it is not to last. It lets the last move's Final Gambit as well, which I gotta say, if you're planning on Final Gambiting with Annihilape, please stop drafting him. It is not a successful strategy. Take a little look at the standings here. Bops, sole undefeated player. And I gotta admit, a lot of it is because of a Pokemon I hate. This Gligar has been putting in the utmostest for him. But Keldeo's sick too. Keldeo, oh my god. Kill leader by a mile, baby. Come to all 4 games, 11 kills. Yeah, beast. Porygon 2, oh my god. Yeah, there's a lot of Kill Leader and Raikou is quite diverse right now. I really like a lot of these Pokemon in the top 10. I don't think I've ever gotten Kill Leader. The only one I believe that has is Hitmonlee. Funnily enough. So yeah, I mean it's sick stuff. Standings. This season is a lot different than last, and I'm pretty sure. Oh wait. Oh, this doesn't work anymore. Okay, well, I guess I can't see G-Walker at the bottom. I didn't know that I couldn't see that. That's probably been like that for the entire time, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Why? I don't know. Okay, well, now we can see it. That's unfortunate. Let me just edit this a little bit to look a little nicer. We're doing this shit while I'm recording. Why not? That looks a little nicer. Who cares? Showcases the stats a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, overall, this week was a pretty interesting one. This week shook up the standings a lot. I wish I had a picture. Maybe I'll just start doing that. I'll show a picture of last week's standings to this week's, and we can compare what changes. I think that would be a good thing to do. We might be improving the quality of the Raikou recaps here pretty soon. Who knows? Who knows? But thank you guys all for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's Raikou recap. Sorry for getting it out on Tuesday again. I literally forgot it was a Monday. Peace out.